Yo, what's up guys? My name is G-Legend and today I want to show you guys how to improve your aim in Black Ops 3. It's an extremely important factor in winning gunfights. So I'm going to show you guys how to get those shots on target most of the time, if not all the time, so that you guys can win more gunfights. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on social media. Everything is in the description. So with all that being said, let's get into these tips. Alright, so it all starts with the options and the control menu. The first tip is to disable vibration, guys. You do not need vibration on, because all that's gonna do is mess you up. If you want like a better quality game, experience, okay, fine, you can turn it on. It's kind of cool, but if you want to keep your targets in line, so to speak, if you want to shoot at your targets and not miss, vibration is not gonna help you. It's gonna mess up you, because it's vibrating on your hands, your thumbs. It's vibrating on your hands, and all that's gonna do, all it can do, is just mess up your damn aim. So that would be tip number one, guys. If you're really serious about your game, if you're really trying to improve, you would disable that shit. Disable vibration, because that's all it's gonna do is get in your way. Okay, so now that you've disabled vibration, enable a lower sensitivity. Okay, you guys are gonna want a lower sensitivity, and I can't stress that enough. Don't play on a high sensitivity if you really can't do it. I mean, it works for some people. It definitely does not work for me, and it definitely does not work for the majority of people. So lower your sensitivity, guys. I mean, say you're at a 14, go 13 for a couple days, then 12, 11, 10. I personally play on a 4. I play on a 4, maybe a 5. If it's like a small map like Nuketown or something, I'll use a 5. But usually I use a 4 because that's the sensitivity that works for me best. Alright, I used to play on a 14 in Black Ops 2, like back in 2012, 2013, and you know what? That was stupid of me. That was stupid of me because, the argument is that, hell, well, I can't turn around fast enough. If I have a sensitivity that's 4, that's too slow. What if they just pass right through me? Because that happens all the time, like when you're turning around a corner or something. What if they cross right through me? Like, what if I have to turn around so I can shoot them, and they have the upper hand because they have a higher sensitivity, and I have a slow ass sensitivity, and I can't turn around fast enough? Yes, that does happen, and that's really kind of a sacrifice you're gonna have to take. But think of it this way: there are many more instances where you're going to need a slower sensitivity than a faster one. How many times do you need to be precise when you're shooting people across the map or across a certain area? It doesn't even need to be that far away from you. Just a little bit of a distance, you gotta be very precise. Those instances, you need to have a slower sensitivity so that you can get those shots on target. You are basically sacrificing the few instances where you go around a corner and the guy or your enemy shoots you, for those other instances where you are in a longer distance and you have to keep your shots on target. You guys get what I'm saying? It's kind of like a sacrifice, but you gotta weigh them both out. You gotta weigh how many times does this happen where you need to turn around extremely quickly, like a 180 turn quickly so that you don't fucking die, and then how many times that happens where you're at a distance and you guys are in a gunfight and you have to keep your shots on target. More times, more often than not, you're gonna be in the instance where you have to shoot people from afar than when you're gonna have to make a 180 turn and shoot them off that way. So now that we got that one out of the way, my next tip is to do drills, guys. Practice in custom games. Now, if you guys want like settings, I don't really have a drill for you. I can give you guys real quick right now what I think you should do. I think you should go to custom games, play on Nuketown, take off aim assist. Okay, that's a big one. Do not play with aim assist, because if you do not play with aim assist for a while, once you turn it back on in public games, you're going to be a lot better. It's going to be a lot easier for you. So practice without aim assist. And then you're going to want to equip scavenger, and you're going to want to use low sensitivity. Okay, and then you're going to want to set your bots up to easy. Okay, you don't need a challenge here. You want targets. Okay, you want targets. So make them on easy. Make it so it's unlimited time, and that's basically what my settings are. Those are the settings that I recommend for you guys. You guys can You know, do your own drill if you want, make them the way you think it's gonna help you, but just in case you guys wanted something from me, what I think you should do, those are the settings I think you should use. Now another thing that I do is I use the tactical layout for your you know, your button layout. Tactical, I think it's normally on default, obviously, I mean, really, because it's default, but I switch it to tactical. I've done that ever since Black Ops 2, and there's a reason why. The only thing different from the tactical layout to the default layout is that the crouch button is switched with the melee button, enabling you to crouch a lot easier in gunfights. Okay, if your crouch button is your analog stick, it's so much easier to aim and crouch and shoot at the same time. Now, if your crouch button was circle or what's it, B, I think, on the Xbox. I don't really play on Xbox, but it's going to be harder because you have to crouch with B or with circle, and you can't really aim with the right stick. You can't really aim, or you know what I mean. So it's easier to crouch while you're in gunfights, while you're shooting, you know, simultaneously, if your button layout is set to tactical. So that's that. And then for my next tip, you're gonna want to go out and buy yourself some control freaks, okay, or thumb grips, or whatever you want to call them. They are basically what you put on your analog sticks so that you can grip them better with your thumbs. The brand name is Control Freaks. There's actually thumb grips that are not really branded Control Freaks, and they can go for a little cheaper, but I recommend Control Freaks. Those are the best quality and all that kind of stuff. And no, I am not promoting them or anything like that. I'm not sponsored with them, but I'm just saying I really like those thumb grips. You can get them online on their website. It'll be in the description, or you can go to GameStop or something. They'll have them, even Walmart, I bet. So you want to go out and get yourself a pair of those. Those definitely help you. I use them. I definitely would not play without them because they're just so useful and handy, and you know, they're pretty good little thumb grips. You know, I definitely recommend you guys go get them. I highly suggest you guys go out and buy a pair because you're not gonna regret it. It's gonna be a good investment, and you know, it's not even that expensive. They're like, what, shit, I paid like 15 bucks, but I got like really good ones and shit, really premium ones, so to speak. But you don't have to get those. You can get the really basic ones, and those are good too. So with that being said, let's move on to the next tip. I should have said this one before, but I'm gonna say it now. You guys should really put on a quick draw onto your class. Get quick draw on there because you want that gun up fast after you're sprinting, because chances are you are sprinting when you get caught in a gunfight. When you get caught by an enemy, chances are you are sprinting. So unless you're like really fucking good, I suggest you put on a quick draw. I use a quick draw so that you can get your gun up and you can start shooting the target and get those bullets on him. Another thing you should consider is the grip and the red dot sight. Now, you don't have to do that. If you think you're accurate enough without those things, by all means. But I like to use the red dot sight and the grip. I like to use it too, but I like to use more quick draw and the red dot sight. It seems like on most of my classes, I have those two attachments always equipped. And I do equip the grip sometimes too, but not as much. But it's definitely going to help you out. So that's totally up to you guys. But I'm just putting it out there. I do recommend that you guys use them. But, you know, do as you please. And let's get on to the next tip. This tip is actually the last one I have for you guys today in this episode. And it's to have a good connection. Okay? That's pretty basic, and there's nothing really that I can help you out with that. You guys better have a good connection, because you're not going to get any targets if you're lagging, you know what I mean? You can't lag because you're going to not be able to shoot correctly, and you're going to get killed a lot, and it's just something to think about, you know, and maybe it's worth you a while to invest into a better internet connection, or maybe you already have one, which is a plus, but, you know, definitely look into that if you don't. So that pretty much wraps it up. If I missed any tips, anything that you guys do leave them in the comment section. Do subscribe, do comment, of course, do like. Like I said before, the Control Freaks website will be in the description. Also, I have a link in the description, my affiliate link with g2a.com. They have up to 90% off on PC games, on Xbox codes, PSN codes, and all that kind of good stuff. Use my link and you will get the discount. So we'll help each other out doing that. Also, do check out my other videos if you like this one, and hopefully you guys will tune in next time. So I'm gonna sign out. Peace.